should be chasing after the sun. We would be amazing together as one. Oh, there's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. I know what you're facing, I know what you fear. But soon you'll be ready, your mind will be clear. There's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. The love in our hearts is causing these flames. The will in our minds will keep them forever. Just believe in the fire between us. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us.
We've had this conversation and you seem to agree with me. But when there's complications, you withdraw and leave me to be. When there's a problem, you become like a wall. And every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you? got sunshine, I've got you now. We're body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. I know love now, and you're stuck in my mind. We're body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. My friends don't like that I'm with somebody, that I'm with somebody. Oh no, oh no. I just want to stay in this melody, stay in this melody. Oh, oh. I've got sunshine, I've got you now. We're body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. I know love now, and you're stuck in my mind. We're body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. My friends don't like that I'm with somebody, that I'm with somebody. Oh no, oh no. I just want to stay in this melody, stay in this melody. Oh, oh.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. It's a little loud in the studio tonight, so let me know if you guys can hear me. I might have to adjust my microphone or put it closer to me or something like that. But you can see these little tubes over here just going crazy. That is my new 3D printer, the Bamboo Labs A1. And the tubes are going to the AMS light, which is it's a module that allows you to print with 4 different filaments at the same time. So that's what's going on next to me. And if you see I'm a little shiny tonight, it's because I didn't think about the fact that there is a 300-degree heater right next to me. So I wore the thinnest shirt I could find. And I was drinking coffee while I was getting set up, and just sweat just started pouring off my forehead. So I finished my cup of coffee. Now I'm going to drink water, ice water. So hopefully that'll kind of cool me off internally. But yeah, I've been 3D printing like a madman. If you guys don't know, this is kind of my birthday present to myself. About a month ago, I bought these. off of Etsy. These aren't Dobos. These are from Aerial Pixels, I think. I really like the design of them. And this is TPU. It's very flexible TPU. And whenever I bought my Flash Forge 3D printer, it's an amazing 3D printer. It prints all of my little GoPro mounts and all of my drone, the things that I dream up for my drone. It prints all those great, but it only prints in PLA, which is a very hard material. And I really wanted to print in TPU, so I started looking for a printer that that would print TPU. And I found all these videos of like the cheapest, best printer 3D printer you can find. And it was about the Bamboo Lab A1 Mini. And then I watched this other guy's video, and the A1 Mini is only like $250. Like for a 3D printer entry level, that's amazing. That's cheaper than, a mini drone. And so I was really thinking about getting the A1 Mini. And then I watched a guy talk about the differences between the A1 and the A1 Mini. And they're pretty much the same printer, except the A1 has a bigger base plate, or build plate. So I was like, and he made the comment, he said, I don't really have any plans to print anything that big, but I'd rather have it when I need it than not have it. So anyway, so the A1 Mini and the A1 are, it's kind of like big, like little and big brothers to each other. So the A1 is going crazy over there. You're going to see a lot of wiggling over to the left of me, or to the right of me. Well, yeah, to the right of me, I guess, for you guys. The thing is crazy bouncy. And I don't know if it's just because I have it on a kind of a flimsy table. I didn't think the table was flimsy. It's all like aluminum and wood, but as soon as I put this thing on it, like it is bouncing that table all around. So yeah, but that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. Nothing like super drone related, but I really want to print some things for my drones. I'll show you guys kind of what I put up on the Club Foxhorn. This is kind of what I kind of went a little crazy with the design on these bumpers. These bumpers, the left bumper and the right bumper, printed out, I think it was like 35 minutes for each side. And then I printed this guy out, which is kind of a front nose cover. And I really like the Avata 2 comes with an orange rubber thing right here. And then I think the white and the orange went really well with the side bumpers. And then I found these folding feet. So these feet kind of fold in when you're not using them. And then I did these in 3 colors as well. So I thought the black and the white and the orange really complemented the Avata. And so, yeah, I mentioned on Club Foxhorn that I don't know if it's going to fly, but it sure looks sexy. So anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. And then I also printed, these are going to be super chat prizes. So if anybody wants to super chat the live stream, these are, if you've ever gone to like as a kid, you went up and talked to a pilot that was like, and he gave you like wings. That's kind of what the Foxhorn logo's turned into, is wings. So I have this. I looked up on Amazon kind of the dimensions of what wings would be. And so I don't know if you can see this, But I'm going to get some magnets and maybe some pins for anybody that has a pacemaker. I don't want to put a magnet on your chest. But anyway, I think these printed amazing. And I really didn't try that hard. Like, this is the first try, and it worked out great. Now, I've got maybe, I don't know, 7 years worth of experience on 3D printing. But this is the first time I've ever really done a logo. I spent about 15 minutes in Tinkercad and then threw it on the slicer. I'm going to show you guys how to color, like the kind of a lot of the process that I went through to get this. So I've got a full color one, which is the logo that you see up in the corner. These are matte. I didn't want it to be shiny, so I got the matte. So the orange isn't as orange as my logo. It's more of like a sherbet. But I'm very happy with the way these turned out. And then I thought, if people don't want like blue and orange and white, I made black and white versions of the wings. So the wings are, I've got a black and white version, and then I've got a color version. And then I also made this. This is like a batarang. This is the foxhorn wang. The foxhorn wang. This is like, it's about the size of like Batman's batarangs that he throws. But anyway, this is, I'm going to put this on the table every time I take photos for like the thumbnail on my channel. So I'm going to strategically place the foxhorn logo kind of maybe blurry in the background, but it's always going to kind of be in the picture, because my thumbnails are starting to get like too much on them. So I want to, accentuate the product that I'm talking about, but also have some sort of like foxhorn kind of subliminal Easter egg in the thumbnail. So anyway, that's the plan for that. And I'm going to be drinking a lot of ice water tonight because I'm sweating, y'all. So what I want to show you guys first. Actually, let's go through roll call first. I want to make sure that I say hi to everybody, because y'all are what really matter. So JC Flying was the first one to chat. And then Barkley. So John said, "Oh heck, I'm the first again." He was all happy. And then Barkley chimed in right after that saying, "At least the first one to chime in." I thought that was really funny. He's like, "You're not the only one here, buddy." So Barkley's in the house. And then who else showed up? Dusty's in the house. What's up, Dusty? Hope you're having a good night. Connecticut Pirate showed up. What's up, man? I think your name is John. Is that right? I feel like your name is John. Eat More Possums in the house. What's up, Brent? Hope you're having a good night. Northside Hawk was in the house. What's up? Hope you're having a good night. Scott Nadeau is in the house. Is that how you say that? Nadeau? There's a lot of consonants at the end of your name, so I want to make sure I say that right. I'm already yawning. That's not a good sign. And the pre-show's not even over yet. Oh, your name is John. Yes. Yes. CT Pirate is John. I learned it. Maddie's Drone World's in the house. What's up, Maddie? Hope you're having a wonderful night. I feel like the light just went out or something. Jim's Droning's in the house. Hope you're having a good night. Who else we got? Who else? So Jim's running his A1 Mini at the same time I'm running my A1. That's crazy. Jim, I love it. It's way better than any other printer I've ever had. It does an amazing job. And I love the textured plate. It's very cool. Oh, mine's pooping right now. I don't know if y'all can see it. Watch over there, and you're going to see it go, and that means it's pooping. It's switching from orange to black right now. Wait for it. Oh. Needs a little. Oh, just pooped. Probably needs his privacy. All right. I think whenever I start the chat, it like immediately, or it like throws all the chats in here again. So Jim said, happy birthday. Thanks, Jim. I did have a really good birthday. So Jim, do you print TPU and PLA in the same print? Is that possible? Because I'd really like to print like a GoPro mount that is like strong with PLA and then has some. I'd love to figure out how to add the dampening into the print. Jim said, hope I'm not wiggly. Oh, no. Charles Galusky's in. I didn't say that right. Charles Galusky is in the house. What's up, Charles? Hope you're having a good night. Hello. Every time I see that, I think of like a British, like a Monty Python. Hello. I don't know if that's how you mean it, but that's how it looks like to me. Who else in the house? Am I missing anybody? Ooh. I'm yawning a lot tonight. I had a full cup of coffee right before this. So Yep. So John, I try to learn y'all's names, but it's so hard. It's so hard. All right. Whoa. Dusty put his address in the chat. So everybody send him $1. So Jim said it's his first. So the A1 Mini is your first 3D printer. It's great. It's amazing how far things have come. Like, I don't know if the Mini does this, but like it has microphones in it, and it like measures the. I will say this has the most upkeep of any 3D printer I've had, because I had to put it together with a bunch of screws, and I had to lubricate it, and I had to do all those other things. Every other printer I've ever had just came already lubricated. But I feel like the prints that come off of it are super professional. So Gary said the intermission in the hockey game, so he just stopped by to drop a like. I appreciate it, Gary. Hope you're having a wonderful night. So Jim, are you saying that you didn't get the AMS light, or you just don't have a fourth filament yet? Lambo's in the house. What's up, Lambo? Hope you're having a wonderful night. Who else we got? So we got everybody. Charles, John, Jim. Gotcha. So you have the AMS Mini, or no, you have the A1 Mini by itself with like the one spool. Nice. All right. So we've gotten through the entire chat, and I want to show you guys what Jim and I are talking about. So I'm going to share my screen. Sorry, that was a throwback to. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Let me clear my throat. I'm going to share the audio, but hopefully no audio will show up. I played Jackie's video last week, and that gave me a copyright strike. So I'm going to try to do things tonight without getting copyright strict. I don't know how to say that, actually. Lance is in the house. What's up, Lance? Hope you're having a good night. All right. So I want to show you guys the two printers that Jim and I are talking about. So this is the printer that Jim has. So this is the A1 Mini. And it looks tiny, but this build plate is the same size as all the other build plates of every other printer that I've ever had. So even though Mini's in the title, this is like 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. Is that right? And you can do a lot with 6 inches. I feel like that's what she said. But like a 6-inch build plate, like things like this. So like you can build, this is smaller than 6 inches, so you can 3D print this. This you might be able to print this like on an angle. Different things like that. But anyway, so this is the Mini, and so Jim has this piece right here, and then this is the AMS Lite, and it works with the Mini, and it also works with my A1. And how this works is you've got 4 different spools of filament that go through these 4 tubes right here, and then it comes down into this little melting pot. And this little melting pot, whatever filament's being pushed through at a time, is what comes out. So if it pushes red through this tube, then red's going to come out of this nozzle. And then when it wants to switch to blue, what's going to happen is it's going to retract the red. The red's going to pull back through the tube to about here maybe. And then the blue is going to push itself through this little melting pot. And then this extruder, which is kind of like a hot glue gun, like it just kind of melts things and then squirts it out through this tiny little hole. What it does is this unit goes all the way over to this little tray, which has a little knife blade on it. And so it'll push the blue all the way out of the little extruder, and everybody calls it poop. It'll push blue through until all the red is gone. So there's red left over from the last color, and then the blue kind of squishes all that out, and then it starts printing with blue. So, whoa. Oh, that's kind of cool. Little animation. Yeah, so you can see here this little tray, and then this extruder goes over here and poops in here, and then there's a little blade right here that goes back and forth, and it shoots the poop out here. So what did I miss? Wife says I can do a lot with 3 inches. All right, Jim. Hey, man. Whatever gets you tingle. So the other thing that's cool on the Mini is there's a little camera over here. Oh, no, right here. There's a camera and a light, same as the A1, and you can access it via webcam. And so, like, if I was printing but I was somewhere else, I could log in and look at my print. Now, it's every once in a while it works, and most of the time it's down. So, I'm not quite sure what's up with that. But something else it also can do is there's bed leveling, which is something my other printers don't do. So it will come down with this extruder and it'll like touch the plate over and over and over again all the way, and then it'll come up here and do it, and then come up here and do it. And what it's doing, and it'll shake the plate, and what it's doing is it's leveling out the plate, but it's also, if your table's off centered or like not perfectly square or level, it will figure out how far it needs to go down. So there's like so much technology in this. But whenever you can click the time lapse button and it'll record a little time lapse for your print. And I can show you one of those tonight. They're kind of lame, and the camera is kind of pointing at a dirty part in my office. So I don't know how much I'll use that. But with the AMS light, you can see that they printed with gray and white, and then they had some blue in there, and then they had some red. And so you can print this entire castle with 4 colors. So that's pretty awesome. So I saw John ask a question. So John asked, can I remove that I'm not a robot from the club log on? It's a real pain in the what. Yes, it's a real pain, but you know what's even more of a pain? Hackers. I'm doing away with the club. This is the last year I'm going to run the club, just because of that. I really don't want to deal with it anymore. So what we're going to do is we're moving over to Club Foxhorn on Facebook. And so, I mean, every application on the internet has some sort of login, username and password. I wish I was technical enough to send a text to your phone and all that kind of stuff, but 2-factor authentication has been around for a while, and it really protects you, John. I know it's frustrating, but it's just the world we live in. Everybody wants to steal everybody else's data, and that CAPTCHA at the very beginning keeps that stuff from happening. So yeah. So I wanted to show you guys yeah, the multicolor print is so cool. And then I wanted to show you guys, and I also wanted to show you how much. So if you get just the A1 Mini, $250 for a 3D printer. I mean, I think that's pretty amazing, to be honest. And then if you want to print 4 colors at a time, it's only $400. So I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I think it's a great deal. And then when I was looking at it, I was like, I'm going to get the bigger printer. So this is the one that I have. It basically does the same thing It's just, since it's bigger, it has, the x-axis goes across, as opposed to just being on one side. But yeah, so that's what the printer looks like that you guys are hearing. And then I wanted to show you guys a couple ways to find 3D prints. So I always go to three places. The place that I've been going to for years is Thingiverse. And I forget which company this is. But Thingiverse is a social platform that allows designers to upload their 3D prints, and other people can download them and print them. So right now we're looking at Insta360. I did a search on that. And so people have made Insta360 Go protectors, mounts for their drones. Like here's a toothpick Whoop mount. Here's an Insta360 Tiny Hawk mount for a Go. And you can search anything. Like I searched like landing pad. And here is a landing pad that someone made. Here's another landing pad. I'll give you this one. Oh, they got a bunch of ads on there now. But to give you kind of an example, wow, that's not even coming up. There we go. So to give you kind of an example, this is a STL that someone uploaded. And you can go in and look at the 3D model of it. It's running super slow though right now. I hope the storm's not affecting the internet. Here we go. So this is a 3D model of helipad. Pretty cool. And so if you wanted to print this helipad, you could download all the files. It asks you to you can donate to the designer and all that. And then yeah, I gotta extract it. I always forget. Usually, on a Mac, things extract on their own. You don't have to go through this extra step. All right, so I'm gonna go to the file, and we're gonna open with Bamboo Studio. All right. So the object is too big for the base plate, so I'm gonna make this big. So it's too big for the base plate, so I'm gonna go ahead and scale it, just so we can put it on the base plate. So this is what it looks like. And I don't have any of my colors in here. So I can sync with my AMS. And now it has the 4 colors of my AMS that are in there. And so I wanted to come in here and show you guys how to create a multiple colored print. So if you click on the item, and since I have my colors in here already, this should go by pretty quick. So there's several ways to do this. There is a pen. So I could come in here if I wanted to, and I could make that orange. It looks kind of stupid. I think using a pin would be really good, and you can make the pin big. But I think using the pin would be really good. I saw an example of where a guy had like a baby Yoda, and that's what he used to do it. I'm looking at your chats real quick. Oh yeah, I wanted to show. Sorry, I had a squirrel. So there's 3 places that I wanted to show you guys. So Maker World is by Bamboo. So the printer that I have, what's cool about this, and let me find. I'll do the bumpers. So these are the bumpers that are on my Avata that I showed you. What's cool about it is you can select just your printer, and then these are different build profiles that everybody has done, and people rate them. So this one's got a 4.0, this one's got a 4.8, and if I click on one of these, you can come down here and it'll say this is going to take an hour and 1.6 hours. I'm going to use 0.4. It uses the 0.4 millimeter nozzle. I use 1 plate, so it's only going to take 1 print to work out. And then I'm going to use 35 grams of filament. And then this guy uses PETG, which is a form of filament. So that's what's really cool. If you have a Bamboo printer, that's what's cool about Maker World. And you can rate designers and all that kind of stuff. There's a copyright claim on here. So I downloaded it. Let's see who the copyright claim. Oh, no, you can copyright claim. I don't want to do that to that guy. And then the other place is Cults. Now, Cults 3D is where people can sell their 3D prints. So, for example, if you typed in DJI Avata 2, I purchased these bumpers. So this is a bumper kit. So there's a smooth one, there's a hexagon one, there's a round one, and then there's this one. So, and this is kind of what they look like printed. So that's what I'm printing right now. But I wanted I wanted several different types of downloads. And then, but there's a whole bunch of different types of bumpers. This is maybe that's not the folding feet, but I also bought the folding feet off of this website as well. And then I don't remember if I have anything on here or not. Let's see. I feel like I'm selling something. Oh yeah. So I have, I don't know if you guys saw the video that I put out maybe last week or the week before, where I was talking about the Phantom 4 bridge. This is my bridge that I printed. This is the picture of my Phantom 4. Here's the file, and that's kind of what it looked like. And then this is a cold shoe tripod adapter. I think I built this for the Insta360 X2 maybe. And then this is something I spent a long time on. This is a mount for the DJI Inspire 1 that allows me to put a GoPro underneath it, and then I have rubber dampers in all these holes. So it's this is kind of what it looks like. I spent a lot of time designing that. So anyway, I think all of my stuff is on there for free that you can download. And I kind of randomly get, like, every once in a while someone Like it's got 41 downloads. Every once in a while, someone will download one. And so anyway, so I'm going to go back to Bamboo. I'll go back here. Steven Drones, what's up, Steve? Hope you're having a good night. I'm not going to address some of the comments. I feel like I sent y'all down a dirty path. Y'all are a little too fox horny in the chat. But right now we're in the scaling section, or in the painting section. And I wanted to show you guys, there's a couple ways that you can do it by, you can paint by layer, which is what I did with the Avata. And let's say I want to make the bottom layer orange. So I'm going to go from here. Oh, wait, no. Cancel that. The first thing I want to do is I want to go back to, I want to get out of painting, and I want to make the whole model the color that I want it. So if you go down here to change filament, I'm going to change it to orange. Okay. Because I think that looks really good on like the green grass or the black parking lot. I think the orange is a really, really good contrast for different things. And then I want to come in here, and there's a couple things that I can do. So there's, I can do it by layer. So let's start with layer, and I just want to do like a black layer. So let's make the bottom black. So I'm going to make this, I think these are millimeters. So I'm going to make 2 millimeters of black. So let's just do 2. And that's going to be my thickness of, I don't know if you can see that, but it shows you. Okay. So, so the bottom of my helipad is now black. All right. So that's done with layers. And then if I want the H in the middle to be black, I can switch over to this fill. Or sorry, if I want to make it white, and I can come in here and I can make the H in the middle white. And if I want to, it does a really good job if you've got hard layers. I can come in here and make that white, and that white, and that white, and that white. Oh, dang it. All right, undo. Undo is your friend. Then I'll come over here, look at it at a different angle. Make sure I get all these edges. All right, everything in the H is white. Now, the downside of doing this is if you have 2 different colors on the same layer, every time it finishes this layer, it's going to have to switch from orange to white. So, for example, on the black, like if I start this thing out, I'm just going to need the black filament. So it's going to print all these first layers in black. But since I did this white edges, that's actually going to take a lot longer to print because it's going to switch from black to, it's going to switch from white to orange on all of these layers. So I think I want to go back and adjust these layers so I only have one little white layer, and that'll actually take a lot less time to print, and it's really not that big of a detail. So there. So now we're going to get out of painting, and that's kind of what it looks like on the build plate. And there's this little box over here. What this box is for is it will print a layer, and then it'll go over here and print over here just to kind of clean the first. Whenever it switches colors, it'll go over here and print a little bit over here just to make sure it's got all of the extra goop. It's got the last color completely removed. And then next with 3D printing, there's what's called slicing. So if I slice the plate, it will go through here and it'll tell me this helipad is going to take pretty much 2 hours to print. And so you can do kind of, it'll show you like how it's going to print a layer. So as you can see, it'll come through here and it'll print the black, and then it'll come in through here with all of the orange. And then it'll switch to white, but it might not show us that. And then over here, you've got, these are the different layers. So that's kind of what it looks like on the inside, because it's not completely solid. And then it does a couple layers of white just so that it's solid. So yeah, that's that. But I wanted to show you guys how I did the foxhorn logo. So this is how you color something that is that was brought in from Thingiverse or anything that you download. So I'm going to go File, New Project. And then I'm going to go here. And I want to show you guys Tinkercad. So this is my logo that I pulled into Tinkercad. And how I got here was I created an SVG file, which is a scalable vector graphic of each color. So if you go in here, this orange, this is what the orange layer looks like. And this is what the white layer looks like. All right. So these are my 3 different components. I decided to make the blue logo completely solid. So I could just put these other layers on top. So I'm going to go ahead and orient it centered. I forgot how I did that. Well, I'm just going to undo for now. But what I used in Tinkercad is I brought those colors in, and then what I did was I made the first layer. It is full quality, and I made it 2 millimeters high. And then I made the white and the orange 3 millimeters high, so they kind of stick up. And then from here, I just exported as an STL file. All right. What's up, Bob Casey? Hope you're having a good night. And then over in Bamboo Studios, you can add an STL file. We're going to go to download. All right. Now we're in business. So this is what it ends up looking like. And it doesn't have my AMS colors, so I'm going to go ahead and sync that. And it picked the blue, which is good, because that's kind of what we want our base to look like. So now we're going to come in here and paint. Now the fill has edge detection. So I'm going to come in here. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to make that orange happen. And then the white is pretty simple. So we're going to hit that, that. Get the two horns. And then get this. And now we have our logo with blue edges. But what I did for these little badges is I came in here and I actually did all of these little edges. And it took a little bit of white. It took a little bit, but it ends up printing really nice. So you can come in here, make all these little edges orange. And since my AMS is already in there, it makes the edges work out. Y'all, my surprise is almost printed. It's super hot in here. But anyway, so I'm really excited about this, y'all. So Bob and everybody, yeah, I mean, I am a designer for a living. But for those of you that have just come in, these are going to be, I'm not really going to make profit off of this, but if you guys send me a $10 super chat, you can get a wing pin. And I'm going to make them either pin on your shirt or magnet. I know there's a good chance somebody has a pacemaker out there and I don't want to put a magnet on their chest. The other thing that I want to do is I want to make this. I thought about making one of these pins with a lapel mic as a lapel mic holder. And so I can just put it on my chest. It'll have like foxhorn, but it'll also be a lapel holder. And I also want to make a clip, a foxhorn clip. So Bob is like putting question marks on everything. No, this is a 3D printed badge, pretty much. So not stickers, but Jim said we can each get one free for. Yeah, I wish I could just give everything away, y'all. No, you're fine, Bob. So my print just stopped printing. So I want to show it to you guys. And the printer makes this crazy kind of Nintendo sound whenever it's done. So it's pretty hot, but I wanted to show you guys this. I made some DJI Avata bumpers. This is the bottom of them with foxhorns on them. So, but it's pretty hot. So I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before, because I don't want them to be all bent whenever I open them. That's another thing. This is a big piece of metal, this build plate. And the 3D printer is magnetic. So it's everything adheses. Yeah, let me see. I kind of want to cool it off. So I'm just going to hold this over here for a minute. It takes a while to cool off if you leave the metal plate on the printer because it's already heated. But yeah, now that the print is done, hopefully I'll be able to cool off a little bit. Hear the crack? I'll do some ASMR. All right, we got one. Two. I'm always worried that 2 hours worth of printing is going to just screw up whenever I take it off. All right, the other thing is I didn't do a test print to see whether this was going to be front or back, so it might just have a horny butt instead of horns being in the front. But I'm going to pull these rafts off real quick and supports. I'm just going to do one to see what it looks like. Probably shouldn't do this live. I should probably focus on it a little bit more. But the good news is about a 3D printer. If you screw it up, you can just print another one. I hate supports. If you can figure out how to print something without supports, then that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. But the way this printed, or the way this was designed, is you had to have supports in order to print it. So Bob asked if it's raining here. Yeah, we had a pretty severe thunderstorm right when my live stream started. But I think it should have been over. Maybe it's still raining. It's not as severe as it was because I could hear it hitting the window. I don't know the best way to do this. Wish I had my needle nose. Sometimes supports like just snap off. But this is such a fragile thing that I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. Oh, that one came off. Yeah. Wow. I hope I did it right, because this will be kind of embarrassing. That's the other thing with TPU. You can just go in there and grab it because everything's flexible. Whenever something is this thin and it's brittle, with my big man hand, sometimes I break things. I need to get a little screwdriver. We'll use an Allen wrench. Yeah, so there's a couple things, Bob. Like when you're pulling it off the plate and it's hot, it's really easy to like bend it, and then it dries bent or cools bent. So that's a possibility. And then whenever it's cool, it's a little brittle. So it's real easy to, while you're pulling off one of the supports, you could very easily mess up like the actual part, because it all is kind of like sticking to each other, like sticking it to itself. All right, so we got one. 3 more to go. Let's see if this, ooh, came off. And Bamboo Studio has different supports than I'm used to with Flash Forge. So every once in a while, like I'll pull a string and I'm like literally pulling a layer. So that's not good. This Allen key is working pretty good though. I really want y'all to see what it looks like on. Yep, Jim, tweezers are great too. I didn't think about doing this till the last minute, so I wasn't super prepared for y'all. I think I'm going to get one of the printed light. So Dobo's printing lights. Printed light logo. Is it his Dobo logo? I really like Dobo's logo. To be like, his branding is on point. Come on. I know I'm just going to break this right on the live stream. The live stream just got really boring because I'm taking this off. Talk amongst yourselves. The Holy Roman Empire was neither holy, Roman, nor an empire. Discuss. What's that from? Maybe if I said it. The Holy Roman Empire was neither holy, Roman, nor an empire. Discuss. Oh, I'm verklempt. Yeah, I'm already not liking these supports. Most of the time they come right out. I can't mass produce these if I'm going to spend a half hour cleaning each one. All right. Almost there. Yeah, Jim, I'm actually planning on doing a full-on tutorial video that you can watch over and over again. So, because I know in the live stream I kind of ramble here and there, and I change subjects and stuff like that. So I am planning on making a concentrated video about it. I just want to get my process down. I want to figure out how to do every step for free. I think Figma is going to be the way to do it. So I'm going to simplify a logo, maybe a sign, maybe like a trust badge or something like that. And then, yeah, and then work that out. But everything that I showed you guys tonight, I'm going to make a proper video for, because there's some videos on multicolored prints, but I kind of had to figure things out. There's some parts of it that I had to figure out, but I mean, I think it's a cool, especially like the logo that I just did. Like, that turned out really cool, and not too many full-on tutorials for that. So, all right, here we go. Come on, you booger. My son just got home, and sometimes he forgets I'm live streaming. Whoa. I like it when a big chunk comes out. I shouldn't be doing this over my keyboard. Now I got a bunch of filament strings in my keyboard. All right. Okay, I think we're ready. All right. So this is how the bumper ended up. So it's white on top. Then it's got a small orange stripe in the middle, and then black on the bottom. I think the black on the bottom looks really good whenever I put it on the Avata. So this is the DJI Avata. And if everything is correct, oh, I forgot to take, wait. This is the one I just cleaned up. So if everything is correct, then my Avata should have horns. So I'm going to take this one that I printed off earlier today. This is the one I did earlier. And we're going to snap this on, and hopefully it just goes on nicely. All right, so far so good. That's there, that's there, that's there. All right. Here's what it looks like, y'all. So I did it white because the horn is white. But I think what I might do in the future is I might put the horn like halfway down, like where this orange stripe is. And then that way I could do a white stripe in the middle and then have orange on top. I think might look cooler. But now I'm going to have a DJI Avata with horns. It's going to be pretty mean up in the front. But I also don't know if that's going to affect the flight behavior because it's got kind of like these wings on the front. So anyway, that was really kind of just for fun. But I'm going to try to fly it like this tomorrow and see how it works out. But I think the white on white looks pretty good. But I think if I fix this file a little bit better, I think the white stripe and the horn is going to be a little bit lower. But having the horn flat against the bed. So easy way to print. So yeah, what do y'all think? It's pretty cool. Looks pretty mean. So anyway, I thought that was fun. Oh, that's another thing. These folding legs, they get loose pretty quick. But with the legs being able to fold, I can put it in. I can put it in my bag pretty easy. So, yeah, that's the other thought that I had, Jim, was putting the horns on the camera bumper be a whole lot easier to print, to be honest. So I might do that as well. Because that actually would be pretty easy. The print is going to be kind of weird, just the way the file is printed, because I had it sitting on its side, but I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so that's about all I want to talk about tonight. You can see I'm sweating. I'm going to go outside in the rain and just get all shirts and skins, maybe put on my birthday suit and cool down. But yeah, so I don't know when my subscription is up for the club, but I'm just going to start pushing everybody towards Club Foxhorn, and then let Facebook handle all of the security and all that. So I know I always said that, like, the club was like Facebook without all of the crap on Facebook, but to be honest, I want to turn that subscription off, and kind of focus on different things. Yep, I don't know, man. I like the rain. So Bob said he'll miss all the videos. So all you got to do is go to Club Foxhorn. And if you don't want to use Facebook, then, you just come to the live stream and you'll see him there. So, but even John Carroll is using Facebook now because of me. So, no, I don't know if it's because of me, but he said he uses my Facebook icon on my website so that he can get to Facebook. But But yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think that's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. I have to work a lot this week, so I don't know how many things that I will get out, but I'm gonna be posting some pictures and stuff on some of the 3D prints that I'm doing. But yeah, hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Be smart, be safe, be happy, love your neighbor. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Peace out.